This is the largest living room in New York City.
Das ist einfach ein Apartment.
3,000 square feet with 21-foot high ceilings. My name is Eric Conover, and I'm going to take you on a tour of this one-of-a-kind luxury apartment in New York City.
Alter, das ist einfach riesengroß.
Let's go.
This duplex home is a whopping 14,539 square feet.
(1300 Quadratmeter Wohnung.
Atop the world's first Art Deco skyscraper built in 1927. It has unobstructed views of the Statue of Liberty with over 40,000 square feet of top-of-the-line amenities included. Home to one of the largest living rooms in New York City, it's listed exclusively by Core Real Estate, asking just under $40 million.
Boah, Digga.
Now, if you're already subscribed to my channel, you know that in this series,
Ich weiß nicht, ob ich mich da wohlfühlen würde. So. Alleine halt.
Eric, you're in for a real treat.
So.
Welcome to the penthouse at 100 Barclay. I will say that in the 30 years of apartments that I've sold, this is one of the, if not the most spectacular. I don't know of another foyer where you get a window this size. Almost 20
Das
feet,
kommt halt auf dem Video gar nicht
more than
rüber.
20 feet high.
It's actually kind of tough to get a perspective of how big these floor-to-ceiling windows are without seeing someone standing next to them. The views from this apartment are unreal. The apartment is perfectly aligned with the Empire State Building, and because of the zoning laws in Tribeca, there are unobstructed views
Süß.
of all Manhattan in one sightline. Having views like this, it's incredibly
H&M.
And just watching how the city evolves dramatically as day turns into night.
Ja, das ist halt,
the city comes
das
alive.
ist Premium,
When you look
Digga.
at this building from the outside, you know, this is one of those buildings that when you're on the street, you look up and you go, wow, that's one of the most beautiful New York
Boah, das
buildings.
sieht echt richtig geil aus, das
We're
Haus
actually
oder
standing in
Gebäude.
that space. This building is built out of bricks and you couldn't replicate this building in today's world. You know, these bricks were laid brick by brick, and that's not how they build buildings today. So you're really buying a piece of the New York City skyline here, and you're buying a piece of craftsmanship that's irreplaceable. Welcome to one of the biggest living rooms in New York City. In my 30 years of doing this, I have not seen a bigger living room.
RIP
The one word I
Heizkosten.
get from people when they walk into the space is wow. I mean, that really describes this room. And I think this is the quintessential wow New York City penthouse apartment. You know, the kind that you would think your superhero lives in Gotham City or Manhattan.
This is the Bruce Wayne apartment.
Or
Das
Tony
ist halt
Stark.
echt so wie aus so einem Film, Digga.
Have you seen the new one?
Oh yeah,
You saw
Endgame.
it?
Oh yeah, I've seen it twice. No, this is Tony Stark's apartment. Actually, I should probably call him because Robert Downey would be a good buyer for this. Thank you for that.
Leisten
Go
könnte er
through,
sich's,
you
ja.
know, sections of this living room because it's so big. You know,
Halt es da
something
nicht,
that
doch,
is
hörst du
pretty
doch.
remarkable is the buyer for this probably has a significant art collection, and that's a great challenge when people buy in these glass towers. They're a canvas for great artwork. Relative to the space, these pieces of furniture may seem small, but you know, this C-shaped couch over here could seat
Alter.
comfortably 15 people. This L-shaped couch
15
over here could
Menschen!
easily seat 10 people. The true beauty of the space is that you can fit 2 coffee tables in an area and not feel like one is imposing on the other. And then over here you have a dining area. Now this is a huge dining room table that
Boah,
seats
aber die
10
Einrichtung
very
gefällt mir richtig
faces.
gut, Digga.
What's better than standing or sitting at the head of this table and looking at the Hudson River with boats passing?
Because this penthouse faces west, during golden hour, the apartment walls turn into almost this living art museum with the shadows dancing across the oversized wall. The warm color that the sun creates instantly changes the entire feel
Boah,
of the
das ist
space
ja
as
richtig
opposed to a cloudy
nice.
day.
If you're the kind of person who loves to entertain, this is the ultimate entertaining space. I think you could easily fit 300 people in this living room, just the living room. not the rest of the
300!
apartment, and be very comfortable. You know, if you need 2 lounges and a dining room.
Boah, ich will den Rest unbedingt sehen.
This is it.
Now as we're moving through this living room, the 21-foot windows give you some of the most unique and breathtaking views, no matter where you're looking in this
Digga.
apartment. Like straight down below, you have the lively West Side Highway.
Wer
Then
kauft
looking
sowas?
south, you have the cleanest view of the Statue of Liberty at sunset.
Das ist doch
I mean, it almost looks like a painting.
unbezahlbar,
And
sowas.
then what's really cool is that this corner creates an intimate moment in a space with this much volume, which is really unique. You would think in a room this intimidating and big.
Digga, ich finde diese Treppe da sieht so fucking geil aus. Keine Ahnung warum, die Treppe, aber Alter, keine Ahnung, die ist einfach satisfying, diese Treppe.
big, you wouldn't be able to have intimate moments, but you know, this is an example of one corner that kind of has that feeling about it. Part of the beauty of these pre-war buildings is that they've got moments and elements. The walls aren't flat. There are really interesting details like exposed columns, and then this is one of them.
Finde ich geil mit dem
It's got
Stahlträger.
this little nook where you can actually seat people, and there are a couple of them in this room. You can never have enough storage, even in 14,500 square feet.
How would you put things up there? You'd have a ladder?
Those are things the buyer is not going to worry about. When you buy an apartment like this, you don't worry about how you're going to change the light bulb.
Speaking of lights,
Das ist echt so.
most penthouses only have one single grand chandelier. Due to the sheer size of this living room, you're able to equip the space with not one, but 3 custom lighting fixtures that add a modern touch to such a classic space.
Diese Kronleuchter
So
sehen so
moving from this
sick
intimate
aus.
corner here, we've set this up like an office area. But what a cool space to come home, work or work from home. Turn around, look at the
Da fehlt mir
Statue
aber
of
so der
Liberty.
Streaming Room.
This right behind us is One World Trade Center, which is actually kind of a glass mirror facade. And what's very cool
Alter,
about
sieht
that is
richtig
you can
nice
see
aus.
your reflection of this building in that facade. So let's go from
Das
the
ist
living
Premium.
room to the kitchen area. Really has every appliance a chef would ever need.
Ach du Scheiße, Digga. Ist das Marmor? Bruder, das sieht so heftig aus.
A chef would ever
Alter.
need. Actually, if you stood underneath this hood, you would be sucked out of the building. That's a joke.
Wie hoch waren die Baumkosten? Ich weiß gerade gar nicht.
Yeah, this is a deep fryer. I mean, I think the owner of this apartment probably won't use the deep fryer because they're probably like one of those really healthy, fit people. But, you know, this would make great French fries.
Ey, jeder, der sich sowas leisten kann, hat einen angestellten Koch, der für ihn gesundes Essen kocht. Und kocht nicht selbst. Vor allem frittiert er wahrscheinlich nicht mal irgendwas. Marmorkuchen, fuck.
You've got induction, you've got 6 gas burner, you've got a grill, 2 ovens. Everything is Gaggenau, which is the best appliance that is made in the market today. And this is truly
Kenn ich
a
tatsächlich nicht diese
chef's
Marke.
kitchen. Of course, there's a wine storage,
Natürlich.
as every penthouse should have. So it's kind of like a service entrance.
Oh,
into the
das ist
kitchen.
auch
If
sehr
you're
nice.
catering and you
Dom
want people
Perignon.
to be servicing from the kitchen into the living room, this is
Auf
a back
easy.
entrance where they can do it.
This is the lap of luxury, my
It
gosh.
is. Walking through the kitchen, there's actually another prep sink over there. And this is kind of an informal dining area.
Das sieht so
This is where
heftig
you
alles
probably eat
aus.
Lunch, maybe have breakfast, hang out, have a cup of coffee. It's a much more smaller, intimate living room space.
Aber das ist doch
that
so
they would-
groß, das erinnert mich eher so schon an ein Office, so ein überdimensional teures, krankes Büro einfach, wo mehrere Leute drin wohnen oder was weiß ich, aber keine Ahnung, 1400 Quadratmeter. Selbst wenn du da mit 10 Leuten wohnst, ist das viel zu riesig.
Wood-burning fireplace on 2 sides. Also, very cool. You can stand here and you look over.
Wäre ich Milliardär? Ja, die kaufen sowas ja auch nicht unüberlegt. Auch für Milliardär sind 40 Millionen viel, ja. Ich denke schon, dass das auf lange Zeit eine gute Investition sein kann, da Immobilien immer teurer werden und wie er selbst schon sagt, dieses Gebäude, so wie das ist mit, das sind ja Backsteine, also Backstein auf Backstein einzeln gelegt, das wird heutzutage nicht mehr so gemacht, das ist alles Glasfassade, Stahlträger und so. Oder keine Ahnung, wie das heutzutage hochgezogen wird, aber das ist schon ein sehr einzigartiges Gebäude und da drin so ein Riesenspace. Ich frage mich dann, was kostet der ganze Komplex, also das ganze Gebäude, wenn das nur eine Etage oder von mir aus 2 Etagen mit 1400 Quadratmeter sind, wem gehört dann dieses Gebäude und was kostet das? So, das ist ja viel größer als nur das.
with Santiago Calatrava's Oculus, which is pretty spectacular. So the other side of the fireplace has got this bigger lounge area. And what's really cool about this is it's got this fully serviced wet bar and pretty much anything you would need to entertain and serve drinks to all of your guests. So you know this place is a duplex.
Das ist ja sau der unnötige Raum gewesen. Aber einfach, ist ein Weird Flex.
This is a
Oh,
temporary
yes.
staircase, but I think this is a real design moment for someone who's going to buy this space. It's an architectural opportunity to have someone come in and design something that is a sculptural piece of this living room. You know, I've sold
Habe ich das jetzt richtig verstanden? Das ist eigentlich eine temporäre Treppe, also die soll da eigentlich nicht fest installiert sein. Digga, ich finde die sau nice. Ich würde die so lassen, Real Talk.
apartments for millions of dollars with staircases that have cost millions of dollars. The buyer of this also gets with it 40,000 square feet of amenities in the building. You have a 24-hour doorman, concierge, you have a swimming pool, you have a spa, you have a fitness center, you have a
Alter.
conference room, you have a movie theater, 40,000 square feet of amenities in addition to this 14,500 square feet of private space. So now we're going from public space to private space.
Da bin ich jetzt gespannt.
And we left this raw. So this area here would be part of the private space.
Ist das minimalistisch oder was?
Bedrooms, study, servants' quarters, home office, gym. This section here is bigger than most apartments in New York City.
Ich meine, klar, das sieht jetzt nicht geil aus, aber Digga, das ist ja krank.
This allows for the most flexibility for the potential buyer. By that I mean, you know, there's mechanicals already in the space. Plumbing, electric, air conditioning, heating. And just to put that in perspective, all of the finished space I showed you, the living room, the kitchen, the dining room, is less than 50% of the home that the buyer would be buying here.
Which makes this apartment officially the largest single unit that we've toured on my channel. And that's something pretty special.
Es war schon nice, muss ich schon sagen, aber für 40 Millionen, das Ding ist, das kommt im Video nicht so rüber. Wenn du da selber stehst in New York und dann kannst du über die ganze Stadt gucken, von gefühlt jedem Winkel aus und boah, ey, ist schon krank.
Ja, mein Papa meinte so und werde bloß kein Nichts. Nein, heute bin ich rich, aber rich, 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 rich. Schon zur Info.